Okay, I need full silence for this, okay? So, are you good?
Yep.
Okay, here's the question, okay? We're trying to divide x cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10 by x minus 3. The first step you need to do is take the leading term of the cubic, which is x cubed, and the leading term of the linear, which is x, and divide them. So x cubed divided by x. What is x cubed divided by x? That's equal to x squared, correct? So you take that x squared and you put it above the x squared term that's already living in the cubic. Okay? Once that is done, you then take that x squared and multiply it by the entire linear function. Okay? So what's x squared times x? X cubed. And x squared times negative 3 is negative 3x squared. Okay? That's part way through step number 1. What I'm now going to do is minus, bracket, and line. That's very important because it shows in a full sense what is actually happening behind the scenes of the division. Okay? So now that we're at that stage, you start subtracting term by term. X cubed minus x cubed is 0, it goes away. 2x squared minus neg 3x squared. Be very careful with negatives here. I've got a negative and another negative, which becomes a positive, correct? So 2x squared minus neg 3x squared is in fact 5x squared. Okay? Because it becomes 2x squared plus 3x squared. Okay. So far so good, any questions at all? All good? Excellent. What I'm now going to do is bring down the negative 13x. Okay, we deal in pairs with this procedure. Okay, so everything happens in pairs. You can see a pair over here, you can see another pair over there as well. Once we've brought down the negative 13x, we literally restart the entire procedure, which is 5x squared divided by x. 5x squared divided by x is? 5x, very good. Positive 5x on the top. Okay, as you can see, I've lined up my 5x and the 13x together. You can also see all the x squareds lined up here, all the x's lined up there as well. So I've got 5x, and now I'm going to undo that by multiplying. 5x multiplied by x is 5x squared. You get the same leading term. And then 5x multiplied by negative 3 is negative 15x. Okay. Are we feeling more comfortable with the procedure now? Now you've seen it done in 2 steps? Yeah, awesome. What's the next thing we have to do? Minus, bracket, line, or MBL for short. Okay. This is really good. Now this is probably the most confusing step out of them all because there's negatives everywhere. Okay, so negative 13x minus negative 15x. What does this negative and negative become? It becomes a positive. So neg 13 plus 15 is 2. So that becomes a 2x. Okay, that becomes a 2x. And finally, I'm going to pull down the 10 from the top, and it's going to become a plus 10 at the bottom there. Let's make it a bit more clearer. There we go. We have 2x plus 10. We are now on our final stage. Okay? Because there's only one more division that can be done, and that is 2x divided by x. What is 2x divided by x? Positive 2. Okay? So you get positive 2. And then 2 multiplied by x gives us 2x. And then 2 multiplied by negative 3 gives us negative 6. So as you can see, all we've done is we've divided, then multiplied, and then brought down terms as we went along. Okay? And now we're at the very last stage, which is minus, bracket, line. Let's make that a bit more better. There we go. Minus, bracket, line. And you can see 2x minus 2x disappears again, and 10 minus negative 6 is 10 plus 6, which is 16. Okay? So what that means is that that entire question boils down to this. That question, I'm going to write it again quickly. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10 all over x minus 3. The answer to that division question is this. It's the quotient, which is x squared plus 5x plus 2, that's the quotient, plus the remainder, which is 16, all over the divisor, which is x minus 3, and that is your answer. It's got a beautiful procedure. Every single long division has the exact same format. Okay? So once you get used to simple ones, you can then start wrapping up the difficulty, but the actual skill behind it is exactly the same. Yes?
So say if you were dividing, for example, a cubic by a quadratic, would you get a linear, for example?
A linear quotient, yes.
Yeah, quotient.
You will. Correct. You will get a linear quotient, yeah. And we will actually see cubics divided by quadratics later on. Yeah, they are part of the worksheet, so it worked out, yeah.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah. Are there any questions regarding what is happening at each stage in the procedure at all that you don't understand? No, we all get it?